Imagine having your own LMS right within WordPress. No expensive subscriptions and no cookie cutter designs. With Course Tracker, you control everything from cost savings to total content control and full custom design flexibility. Let me explain what Course Tracker is. Course Tracker is a WordPress LMS plugin that monitors and manages student progress by dynamically tracking lesson completion to a customizable set of shortcodes. It automatically calculates the number of lessons based on your course navigation, updates your lessons page, and then ultimately guides your students through each step of the learning process. Progress is stored in two ways. In the local browser storage for free user includes backup and restore reminders to help prevent data loss. But additionally, for premium users, students, the progress is stored in the WordPress database, and administrators can access database backups for migrating or for data preservation. As you build your course, you can use Course Tracker to insert complete buttons, auto-build your navigation, and even output your course lesson in time to your sign-up page. To install Course Tracker, first, log into your WordPress dashboard and navigate to plugins and add new. And then upload the Course Tracker zip file and hit activate. Once you've done that, go into your settings and configure your course navigation. On your settings page, you'll be able to see all the shortcodes you can use, sorted with the most important ones at the top. The navigation shortcode is the most important, and it can be used in either a slide-in or static navigation. Typically, you'll want to build your lessons list using the native WordPress menu builder. You can add lessons you're working on in progress using a hash mark placeholder for your URL, and those lessons will also be counted by the shortcode. And if building a large course, you can build your menu with sub-menu items under individual module heading names. Once your menu is built, then you can select the menu from the drop-down in Course Tracker settings, then save your selection. Building your navigation menu is actually the hardest step. After your navigation is complete, you can use the course navigation shortcode to insert the menu into your template or page. You can go back to your menu anytime, remove or add lessons, even switch menus, and Course Tracker will recalculate your students' progress based on the new number of lessons inside your navigation. Next, you want to add additional shortcodes into your template as needed. On each lesson, you'll insert a complete button that will instantly update progress text and a progress indicator. As you complete lessons, you will see that Course Tracker automatically checks off your completed lessons in your navigation list. How to add automatic navigation. You can either insert the shortcode using lesson nav arrows or add arrows beside the progress counter text using lesson completed arrows. And these shortcodes will direct users to the next lesson automatically. How do you customize your buttons and other styles? You can easily adjust buttons, topography, and overall design by editing your CSS variables within the plugin. You'll find those CSS variables at the top of the style box for quick access, but then below you can also find additional CSS that you can further style. You can also reset the CSS back to the defaults if need be. How do you back up and restore progress? For logged in users using our paid version, progress is auto-saved in the WordPress database on your server. Premium users always will enjoy hands-free backup and reporting features, while free users can still benefit from progress stored within their own local browser storage. Before we wrap it up, let's review the shortcodes that power Course Tracker. And as mentioned, you can insert any or all of these into your template or page as needed. Let's begin with the course navigation. This is essential to the plugins. You'll need this as a minimum. Select the menu from the settings, then insert the shortcode. Let's talk about the lesson number display. This displays the current lesson number. For example, lesson X and Y. It also optionally appends an asterisk to indicate lessons are saved to local storage when using the free version or if logged out of WordPress. Then there's lesson nav arrows. This displays 2 arrows to move forwards and backwards through each lesson. Then we have the progress display shortcodes. There's the lesson completed arrows. This shows a lesson progress text block. You can always use arrows equals no to hide the arrows that move. And then we have the lesson completed text. This provides a clean progress text display with just text, but you can add arrows back into it using arrows equals yes if desired. And because these 2 shortcodes are so similar, you can have one on top of the page, for example, and then one towards the bottom of the page. Next, we have 2 buttons. First is the complete lesson button. This inserts a button that marks a lesson as completed and moves to the next uncompleted lesson. Typically, it's placed at the bottom of your lesson. And then moving along, we have the continue lesson button. And this outputs a button that will return your students to where they left off. This is typically added outside the lessons on your sign-in page or landing page, for example. Next, the course progress bar. And this allows you to insert graphical progress bar for the student, commonly seen in many LMS platforms. There's also a backup restore reminder shortcode for the free version. So if you're using the free version of Course Tracker, you'll want to set up a backup restore page first for your students. And this is recommended because data is stored locally and could be lost if the user clears their data. You can use the course progress backup restore shortcode, render in the content for your backup page, prompting students to back up and restore their data. Please note, though, one of the big advantages of the paid version is that users will not need to back up as data is stored in the WordPress database on the server where the lessons are hosted as student progress is completed. There's also a shortcode named Lesson Backup Reminder for the free version as well that you can place anywhere on your lessons page or template that will remind students to back up periodically every 5 lessons. In your shortcode, though, you can set the threshold equal 8, for example, to remind students to back up less frequently. You need to also set the URL equal to / your backup page, that same page that we just discussed. Lastly, to create a table of all your lessons, you can use Course Nav Overview. And this displays a detailed table of your course along with lesson times. You can place this on your course sign-up page, for example. So that's a complete overview of what Course Tracker is. Enjoy full control over your content, your navigation, and design while cutting down on expensive LMS subscriptions. That's what Course Tracker is all about. So if you're ready to build your own WordPress-based LMS, visit rankbydesign.com /course-tracker for more details.